everyone, I'm back to my Raw review. Before I start, there's just a couple things. Firstly, I'm really sorry that I didn't actually do a video last week. I know I told you that I was going to be busy, so I wouldn't be able to do it during the week, but then I did say that I was going to do a video at the weekend, but I was actually ill, and honestly, I was so tired. I had to I started work on Saturday at 7:15, so I had to get up really early. And I was just completely shattered on Saturday night, and then Sunday I was ill. And I just really didn't get around to it, and I thought there's no point me reviewing last week's stuff and putting it on this week, when Raw had already happened. So I'm really sorry that I haven't done that. And secondly, just in case anyone's interested, I was supposed to be going to see the WWE SmackDown taping in London in April, but I can't go now. So I've got 2 tickets, and I've put them on eBay, so I'll put the link in the sidebar. So if anyone is interested and would like to go, follow the link. I've put them at the starting price of what I actually paid for them. I'm not one of these people that buys tickets and then charges £200 for it. It's so ridiculous. But that's another matter, and I'm not going to go into that now. So yeah, so if you're interested, there's a link in the sidebar. I actually really enjoyed this episode of Raw. I thought it was really good. It was probably one of the best ones. I did obviously watch last week's Raw and SmackDown, and I didn't really like last week's Raw, even though someone said that it was really good because of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but then I was not really a Stone Cold fan anyway. I mean, he was alright, but he just irritated me, so yeah, I thought it was an alright episode of Raw. It wasn't that good, but SmackDown on the other hand, I really enjoyed. I thought it was really good. So, now finally getting on to this week's Raw. To start with, Shawn Michaels came out and said that he's got a feeling that he can do anything and that he's going to end Undertaker's streak at Wrestlemania. Yeah, he says that this isn't the end of his career, it's just the beginning, and he says that after WrestleMania, he may not be remembered as the Heartbreak Kid or the Showstopper anymore, but he'll be remembered as the one who ended The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. And then he's just about to carry on talking, but then a video comes up on, you can see a video, and it shows, goes all through, Shawn Michaels' career, and, showing all, the best points, and then at the end it shows, Undertaker beating him at WrestleMania last year, and then it said HBK's career, 19, whatever it is, until 2010. So, it's actually a really good video. It was really good. Seriously, they make these really good videos for this HBK and Undertaker feud. It's brilliant. The HBK said, Undertaker, a nice attempt to try and scare me, but if you're going to, do that, then come out to my face and, say what you want to say. But then Pete Rose comes out and says that Shawn Michaels is going to be wrestling tonight and that he's going to face Kane, Undertaker's brother Kane, to get revenge for him for what Kane had done. And he said it's going to be the same stipulation as WrestleMania, so it has to be won by pinfall submission. So that was that. The first match was The Miz versus John Morrison. This actually was a pretty good match, and R-Truth and Big Show on commentary, honestly, Big Show on commentary is hilarious. Everyone else probably thought he was rubbish, but I thought he was so funny, so he should be on commentary more often because it's hilarious. Morrison does a springboard moonsault on The Miz on the outside. Miz does a nice neck breaker on Morrison, but he does it on the apron, so Morrison's neck lands on the apron. So that was really nice. Morrison hits the flapjack and does a kick to the head. He then does a sunset flip powerbomb and hits the Starship Pain to get the win, so that's a good match. So the tag team match at WrestleMania should actually be pretty good, but I think it's going to be R-Truth versus Big Show on SmackDown, I think. So that was the first match. The second match was Kofi Kingston versus Vladimir Kozlov in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. It was obvious that Kofi was going to win. Seriously, what has happened to Vladimir Kozlov? He was supposed to be this brilliant wrestler. He was wrestling in title matches and stuff, and now he's just complete jobber. Kozlov has the advantage to start with. He does the belly-to-belly suplex and fall-away slam, but then Kofi just hits the Trouble in Paradise and wins, and it's okay then. So Kofi Kingston is the 10th participant in the Money in the Bank. The third match was Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase and Sheamus in a handicap match against Triple H and Randy Orton, and this match was actually really good. I really enjoyed this match. Honestly, Orton, everyone wants him. Well, I don't know, because Orton is a face. He's much better as a heel, but everyone just loves him so much that they're probably going to turn him into a face soon. But yeah, so Triple H and Cody Rhodes start. Triple H has the offense. Ted DiBiase comes in. Triple H hits him with a clothesline. He does a facebuster and knocks Sheamus off the apron. But then Legacy and Sheamus have the advantage. They keep tagging in and out and attacking Triple H. Triple H hits a spinebuster on Cody Rhodes, and he manages to tag Orton in, and the crowd just goes mental for when Orton comes in. Sheamus comes in, he does a scoop slam on Sheamus, he takes out Legacy and does a backbreaker on Sheamus. He goes for the DDT, off the ropes on Cody Rhodes, but then Sheamus hits the pump kick and wins, and it's what? Because obviously Orton had only been in for hardly any time at all when he lost straight away, and it's well, that sucks. But then after the match, Sheamus goes for the pump kick on Triple H, but he misses and gets thrown out of the ring, so that's that, and I still couldn't care less about Sheamus versus Triple H at WrestleMania. All the other matches I'm kind of looking forward to, or at least slightly interested, but that one I'm just Then after that, Bret Hart comes out, and the promoter says that he left WWE with a bad taste in his mouth, and now after WrestleMania he'll be able to leave with his head high. He says everyone's been waiting for him to beat Vince, and he says he's had lots of great matches at WrestleMania, but WrestleMania 26 will be the best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be. He's just about to leave, and Vince McMahon comes out and says that one way or another at WrestleMania Bret will be screwed. So that again, yeah, that feud is slightly more interesting now. Not very much, but yeah. Match number 4 was Shawn Michaels versus Kane. HBK does some chops. Kane hits a big boot, drop kick and a suplex. Kane hits the sidewalk slam. Kane goes to do the diving clothesline, but Shawn Michaels catches his arm as he's coming down and locks on the crippler crossface. Kane manages to get out of it and goes to the choke slam, but HBK reverses it into an ankle lock. HBK does the atomic drop and some more chops. He knocks down Kane, does the kip up. He does a diving elbow, and then he's setting up to do the Sweet Chin Music, but then the lights go out and Undertaker's gong comes up. When the lights come back on, Undertaker's in the ring instead of Kane, and he hits a choke slam on HBK. Then the lights go out again, and they come back on, and it's Kane who's standing there where Undertaker was before. Then he goes to the pin, but Shawn Michaels kicks out, which I was so pleased about, because I was thinking, no, surely not. But then that was good, and then HBK hits a Sweet Chin Music for the win, so that was really good. That was, yeah, I just cannot wait for Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels too. It's going to be awesome. Then there's also a really lame thing with Pete Rose, because he was a guest host. He was talking to Christian, and then he was oh, things are much better now, and he went into his opened his office, and then Kane was in there, and he was you think things are getting better? Think again, or whatever he said. I can't remember what he said. But then the door closed, you could just hear people going, no, Kane, oh my gosh. It's what? It was so pathetic. But yeah, match number 5 was just rubbish. It was Beth Phoenix, Gail Kim and Eve versus Maurice, Alicia Fox and Michelle McCool. So it's a 6-women tag match. Gail, Kim and Michelle start the match. Gail hits a Hurricane Rana and a clothesline, but then Michelle McCool does, I'm not sure if it was her finishing move, but she does a move anyway and wins. So they had all that time, the 6 was in there, and only 2 people actually did anything in the match, and it was literally 30 seconds long. No wonder women's wrestling, nobody cares about it anymore, because it was just terrible, so that was pathetic. And then the finishing segment was the final showdown, or final face-off, whatever it was, between Cena and Batista. Batista comes out first with loads of security guards. He says that everyone has to get used to him being champion and that Cena will never beat him. Says bad things happen to Cena when both of them are in the ring together, and people need to realise this. But yeah, he says the fans mean nothing to him, all he wants is money and titles. He says people pay to see him, and that Cena will disappoint them at WrestleMania. Cena comes out and says yes, he let people down when Batista beat him as champion. He'll beat him to become champion. He says that he lost confidence in himself, and so the fans have lost confidence in him. He says he doesn't know if he's going to have a chance at WrestleMania, and then Batista just says he's just like everyone else, and he's not better than Batista. Cena says that he is like everyone else because he's sick of Batista and that he looks stupid and he sounds stupid, and he says that if he was any good at his job, he wouldn't be surrounded by security. He says that maybe the animal, can't be beaten, but Dave Batista can be, and he says that at WrestleMania he will take the title back. Batista says that he can't be beaten, and then basically they just start brawling, and the referee and security try and break them apart, but then Cena goes mad and just knocks down all the security guards, and then it finishes with him, because Batista just walks out and leaves, and then it just finishes with Cena in the ring. So it was really good. It was a good last Raw before WrestleMania. I think I've talked for ages. I don't actually know. I'm really sorry that I have just been kind of rambling. But so again, I'm sorry that I didn't get any videos done last week, and I said, that I would. But yeah, so I really can't wait for WrestleMania. I've taken the day off work after WrestleMania, so I can watch it. That's probably really sad reason to take a day off work, but I didn't care. I still had a day to use up, and I was like, yeah, I'll just take off WrestleMania Monday. So yeah, anyway, so thanks for watching, and I will be back at the weekend with my SmackDown review. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye!